you ain't first, you're last. You know what I'm talking about?
Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Congrats, Shadow, on getting the first. You're, oh, I was about to say you usually stream it at this time. I'm very sorry to hear about that. I won't go in, I won't mention. Yeah, then, yeah, I understand that. But, yeah, I'm sorry to hear about what's going on with you. I'm not going to say what it is. Um, Congrats, or thank you, Sayin, for getting your daily gym. We're just gonna hang out here for a little bit longer. Um, so I went to the grocery store the other day and got some of this tea. This brand that I've been drinking for a while, Celestial. And they have like this fruit tea sampler or something. And this one in particular, the raspberry, suspiciously tastes like Mountain Dew. And that has me wondering, is raspberry flavoring part of Mountain Dew? Or am I crazy? Warm fruit. I do like my fruit tea. I think out of the whole package, my favorite is the black cherry. But this raspberry comes in a close second. But I'm curious about that. If that's part of Mountain Dew or what.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
So Hayos. I try those, but tea, but ice. Yeah, you can. I don't think cold brews. I don't know how to efficiently do cold brew, but you could drop some cubes in there and cool it down. That's the way I do it. Like it needs this steep and hot water, so I don't know how you could cold brew tea. I have no clue. Hello, Eos. Doing all right? Ready for this freaking hot weather to be over with, man. This is like, it's not as bad as it was a couple years ago where we had like we were in the middle of a drought in Texas. No cloud cover. The grass was dying. It was 100 degrees like every day. Shadow probably remembers that year. It was awful. This year hasn't been as bad, but man, it's still. See, that makes me think it'll taste like LaCroix. I've never had that. Never had LaCroix. Don't. Take your word for it. I used to drink some Arizona green tea, and then I So here's a horror story for you. One time I cracked open a Arizona green tea, and I think in the bottling company with one of the factory or whatever, somebody stuffed some suspicious looking hair inside the can. And when I opened it up, that's the first thing I saw. And I never want to have Arizona green tea ever again. Yeah, use your imagination. You can probably figure out what I'm thinking it probably was. This year has been weirdly tame in terms of heat. Hello, Camera Q. Thank you for grabbing your daily gym. My voice sound like that. I've been awake since 6. Okay. So
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Power Slave Exhumed. This was that's what I'm gonna be practicing today. De-resting. This is the first game I ever did for GDQ. Summer 2022? Was that the year? Yeah, I think it was 2022. I ran Power Slave Exhumed. And I still run it because it's like the RNG is rough, but it's when it really starts to pick up, this speedrun's a lot of fun. Oh, hey, we got the Exhumed background. You had 2 heads. Would you feel it when the other head eats? Why is it? Hold on, I gotta fix that. I just looked over and saw the... Oh, that's why. Why is there not just a drop down? You don't need vertical sync, V-sync. Don't need that crap. Let me check my input settings, make sure that's all still the same. Yeah, okay. There's just my it was just my video that needed to be changed. I had 2 heads. Would I feel it when the other head eats? I don't know. Do you even like share a stomach? Hello, Sarzak. Welcome in. I was Sarzak, I was really locked in to playing a game, but I was lurking for your stream yesterday. Let's say yes. Then yeah. If you share the stomach, I imagine you could feel it. How would you know, though? Maybe you could ask the ogres from World of Warcraft. They have 2 heads, or some of them do anyway. What game was I playing? I was playing a private WoW server called Ascension. Why do I have all of these? Are these safety saves? I think these are safety saves. Yeah, there is no easy, it's just normal. And trust me, this game is still hard. Yeah, it's been a while since I played this, so I'm gonna be rusty. And the biggest issue is like remembering exactly where to go, because this is like a Metroidvania. Ow. Use the Sega Saturn version? Lighting effects too. They were picky about what to include. Like it's got the I don't know what version of the game has the scorpions. Which ones have the spiders? But they included both. So like one is it's either PlayStation or Saturn that has one, and they just included both. Am I supposed to go in here? I am. For the Ankh upgrade, that's right. Yeah, that's how you get a health upgrade. Same as Sega Saturn Quake. Man, they're not even the same depths though. Ow. Ah. Look at birds. Birds are dicks. I don't have that redeem as Shadow has, but birds are dicks. In this game. Dude. Lobotomy. The lobotomy engine was also for the Sega Saturn Quake? Okay, well, now that you mentioned that, that makes sense. Oh, we go down first, that's right. Lobotomy did Sega Saturn Quake and Saturn Duke 3D with their slave driver engine made for this game. So it must have been, this must be the first game that was done on the Sega Saturn because they called it the slave driver engine. At least that's my guess. The game with slave in the title. Can we go here? I think that's the bonk right over there. Omen Wasp. Glad this is the console version of this game, because the PC version on Build Engine, those Omen Wasps are gigantic. I don't know if anyone has a fear of wasps or anything like that, but yeah, they're terrifying. I can go to the shortcut. Let me restart the level. I need to go the right way. Shoot them. You'll hear those things before you can shoot them. They're loud. Not only are they huge, but they're loud. Okay, so that was the right way this time. Not that way, not that way. Pick up the chick ball, avoid the balls. You don't want balls in your face. Pick this up without... Yeah, that's what you want. Is you do that jump without triggering that. And the trap doesn't get in your way. Think. Be as fast as possible. Oh shit, this level. Okay, this is actually the first, like, really tough trick. I forgot. There we go. I did it first try. So that was a super jump. That was a super jump. We do that a few times in this run. Not very many. And it requires an explosion. There's no way to do it without an explosion. So, before we actually get the bombs, the bomb weapon, we have to use the explosive barrel. Trace my steps and remember where I'm supposed to go. This is very much a Metroidvania. Go back and forth between levels a lot in this. Backwards? Yeah, it's backwards. Could have that wrong, actually. Right. Avoid the piranhas. Which, by the way, this game takes place in Egypt. Piranhas are not native to Africa. Suspicious. Why are they here? Blow that up. You bought them? You bought them. We're on vacation. Crap. I need to be up there. Let's see. Restart checkpoint. I need to jump across. Take that, because we desperately need ammo for this thing. This is our best weapon right now. First, go. Easy dodge. Dodge. Ah. Okay. And they call it a mine. A mine. This track right here, like I could fall asleep to this. It was like an 8-hour loop. I could totally fall asleep to this track. Very soothing. That's bad. That's extremely bad. Let me start over. So far, I'm staying on track and remembering where I'm supposed to go for the speedrun, but there's gonna be a point where, like, it's gonna take me a moment to remember. Oh, we don't really do anything there? Excuse me? Oh, it's not a explosive wall, it's a... Thank you. Okay, how do we do this? Yeah. That palace. Yes, that is where we go. Okay. Super short level. Actually, I didn't need to do that jump. I took damage unnecessarily. It's gonna be a super short level because we have the bombs. Up and over the lasers, and that's it. Now for the first boss. You don't want to be in the ground when he starts jumping because he'll stun you. Like that. This is the song that played in the trailer from this game when Night Dive released it, like a few years ago. I might have to use more of this actually. There he goes. Yeah, I might have to use the M60 a bit more. So, with the shawl, we can glide now when we hold space.
You're fearless.
So yeah, this game is all about upgrading your drip. You're going through Egypt, upgrading your drip. Back to the mines, now that we have the shawl. Egypt? Yeah, I remember when I ran this for GDQ, my moderator, Bug Doctor, he left a donation during the marathon, and he said, "May Ramses find your drip acceptable." That was what his donation read. We all laughed about that. Me and Kaiser, commentator. Not how we do that. There we go. That's kill the wasps. Go first try on that. That's difficult because there's like you can easily bump your head there. Very easily bump your head. Okay, super jump right here. Jump and then hold space. Actually, that was early. That was early. Never mind. It's this elevator. There we go. We super jump all the way to the top. Well of Souls. This is the first of the more difficult levels, because we start out this with going through here to get that health. Go this way first. Hold on. Platform is suspiciously coffin-shaped. Why am I not getting the height I need? There we go. Health is a little bit concerning at the moment. Yeah, I gotta watch in here. Got 1 bar of health left. You know what? Early on, there was that Onk. In that one level, I might look into routing that in just for marathon safety. Barely made it through. Yeah, first really difficult level. By the way, that beeping sound is a item that you can pick up to get the good ending, but of course we don't do that. Hello, Captain. Thank you for getting your daily gem. I gotta watch it here. Oh, it still hit me. It's got such a huge hitbox. One thing I forgot to mention. John Powerslave has a huge hitbox. Single health pickup right there. That. Alright. We're picking up a health pickup pretty soon. Go ahead and take that. Let's see, restart checkpoints. That was, yeah, right before this jump. And remember to keep my M60. Good. I may want to get this first. Come on, it blocked me. Now we go down in here. Know if I have the health for this now that I took a hit there. Is there one back there? Yeah, it's back there. Did that wrong. My fault. I did that wrong. Yeah, taking too much damage here. I am definitely gonna have to look into possibly routing in an extra onk to avoid these unnecessary deaths. This save point right here really sucks because if we end up dying, then it won't remember that we activated that switch. Makers, thank you for grabbing your gem. See, and we died, and now it's gonna be like, but you didn't flip these switches over here, even though I clearly did. Excuse me? What the hell? I got like no hide out of that. You know, rusty at this speedrun sucks because this game is very unforgiving. Like, the speedrun isn't hard, it's just unforgiving. So like, deaths will just make the run spiral out of control. You know what? Let's go down here for that health. If it would let me go down. There we go. There we go. Okay, where am I going now? I don't think that was it. That's okay, because we're going back this way anyway. Unforgiving you as an outsider. It depends largely on the game. And I wouldn't say I wouldn't call you an outsider. Just a viewer of speedruns. Be right here for that. Pick that thing out. Oh yeah, the Bastet. Frickin' shred you. Very carefully squeeze by that laser. There we go. I had a speedrun before, and you're probably one of 2 or 3 speedrunners. I'm at very low health, so I'm gonna go all the way back here. Only 1 or 2 of the 3 spinners I hang with, not very involved in the community. Well, I'm not really involved with any communities either. I'm definitely become... I've retired from competitive running, so I just do this for fun now. Thank you for the 5 watch streak.
The protected.
What? I forgot he talks to you again. I need to go... You need to go back the other way so he doesn't interrupt you there. Okay, now the canyons and chaos. The explosions, the bounce is dope. Oh, just you wait. Just you wait. Hold up. I'm not supposed to be here yet, am I? I don't think I'm supposed to be here yet. Yeah, we saved that. I'm sorry. We saved that for later. We go to... Yeah, back to Karnak Sanctuary. We don't do Canyons of Chaos yet. This is where the routing is... I have to remember exactly where to go. So unfortunately, even though we've opened up all these doors, we gotta do it again. Actually, I didn't need to shoot that one. Yeah, right here. Now we're going this way. To the Heckin' Marsh. Did we go up there? I forget. Hang on, I'm gonna restart level. I forget where to go here. Something blocked me. It might have been that wasp. Okay, yeah, that's correct. Then, down here... Ow! I took some unnecessary damage there. This is gonna be rough. This is gonna be rough. This is like, normally would be the worst level in the entire game, but, I think it was Scuddy? Scuddy found a skip for this, using super jump. It's a water level, and you know how we all feel about water levels. Here's you send in my Discord art page. I had a really crazy week, so I didn't get to respond now. Very charming. Thank you, I appreciate that. I was gonna work on another one this week, but I got tied up with stuff. Plus I had that root canal, and I was just spending all day yesterday resting up. Still in pain. I have hardly any health left. Let's see, back. This is always the safety route, is to go back here. Get in for your in-laws while... Whoa! Went to Disneyland? that place? Disney World. I need both of those? Hold up. Forget, do I need both of those? COVID, but the meds are working well at least. Crazy, it's still going around. Oh my god, pump time, welcome in! How's it going? There we go. Donkey's Path. Just glad I don't have to keep driving all the way there to feed their cats and check on the pole. It was kind of a lot. They live a ways. They live a good distance away. Ow. I didn't hit a single one. Okay, we're fine. He's dead, man. Like, I always compare them to chain gunners from Doom, except in melee range. Because chain gunners can kill you really fast in Doom. They're kind of the same. Ow. Should be okay, even though I took some damage from the lava there. There we go. Which way do I go here? I forget. Not right. That's not right. What opens up here? Oh, that's not it. Okay. Restart checkpoint. It's like a 45-minute one way, and traffic isn't awful, but it was a weird time because they kept going after Lem got out of work, so there was a lot of traffic and shit. So normally not a bad drive, but time it just kind of made it suck. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. I mean, I guess we could take one fireball hit there, because we're getting a health upgrade over here. Or not upgrade, but refill. What? Wait. Oh wait, here we go. Dude. See? This is the kind of RNG I'm talking about. Like, who would have predicted that a wasp would have come out of that vase? It's complete RNG. Sometimes there's helpful items in there, and sometimes the game will just fuck you. Dude, are you serious? squeeze by her. John Power Slave, too thick. Ignore that for now. He good position. How did he survive that bomb? What? That was rough, but we made it through. Now I just need to drift down to the bottom here. Hey, that's... and we're out of bombs. That might actually... that's gonna complicate things. Okay, let me think for a second. Where's Speedrunner RNG? Well, that RNG hates me too. It's a case in point. So yeah, this is all just a warm up to try and remember where to go and stuff. So I'm gonna start the run over because I think I want to route in another onk so we can have more health to work with. Because this is it's rough otherwise. Like the route I was using was the optimal route, but I don't feel like it's marathon safe. D&D PCs, he gets ridiculous crits left and right, and only when you play him. You know, other PCs of mine roll like he does. That's crazy. I feel like the same happens in World of Warcraft. I had a rogue character, a Blood Elf rogue, years ago. When I was leveling her, I had crazy luck with her. So there's this item. There's this item, a staff called the Staff of Jordan. Those of you who have played it know what I'm talking about. But basically, that weapon is sought after by people who want to, like, make characters explicitly for low-level BGs, low-level battlegrounds, like PvP. And that staff is really good for, like, a spellcaster. That thing dropped off of me, off of, like, a random, I don't know, a panther or something like that, when I was in the jungle. I sold that thing for, like, hundreds of gold. And there was other stuff. And by the time I hit max level with her, she was already sitting on a comfortable amount of, like, I think a couple thousand gold. So I paid off, like, everything I needed to get, like, a mount and everything. And, when I got my weapons, and I was talking to a guy that does enchanting, I was like, hey, I need Mongoose enchant. He's like, well, take a big gulp, it's expensive. And I'm like, I'm good. I got 2,000 gold. My dog character stay for me. We call him Crit Sit. Was it this level? Or the previous? Hang on, I gotta look. I gotta look at, yeah, back at Karnak. I need to look around for another onk. Because I think I took a wrong turn somewhere, and there was an onk just, like, staring right at me. Oh, it's this one. We get that one anyway. Get that one anyway. So it's just, I was looking through the window and saw the one that we get anyway, like later in the run. So that's out of the question. I don't know where else we could go to get Onks. Unless I'm just always going back to Set Palace to recover. Wildly shooting at nothing. If you just spam click through this to skip it, Ramses just stares at you. That being your first meeting is kind of creepy. Yeah, those of you who don't know, the story for this is kind of wild. There is no relation to this game and the Iron Maiden album by the same name. There's no relation there. It just happened to be the same name. That head do talks a lot. Talks a lot and interrupts us from going fast. Huh? How did that blow up? Oh, it did blow up finally. What was that saying? What was I talking about? Oh, right, the story of this game. So, the story is aliens invaded Egypt, and they robbed Ramses' tomb and took his mummy, and they're using it as a power source. So he's essentially a slave to power their technology. Imagine that. What a wild story. Because he's like this godlike being. People batteries, yeah. Matrix all over again. Which, by the way, the Matrix wasn't even originally going to be about using people for power. It was more like linking them up to a network to have better computing. That was originally what they were going to go with, but like the audience probably wouldn't understand the concept, so they instead made it about using people for power. That's not where we go. We go this way. Or of rotting flesh? I mean, the Egyptians did a pretty good job of preserving people. Though, I mean, they're all just a dried out husk, but... Yeah, we briefly touched on that before, Makers, how the character switch was gonna like change depending on if they were in the Matrix or not, but instead they just gave Switch short hair. Wait, the Switch is good. I'm gonna pick that up. Mask can appeal to these nuts. mummies if it wasn't for the Victorian area when they ate them? What in the shit? I have not heard about this. The burst shot did not hit one barrel. It kind of split between the two. Here we go. Kaiser, welcome in. They're just talking about you, but how you were my commentator for my GDQ run.
You have
When
succeeded.
people thought of mummies as like alternative medicine and they grind them up and eat them. What the? I've never heard this. That is wild. What am I doing? I forgot what I'm doing. Because that is just like... Remember when GDQ was good? Same. Yeah, same. They just do the same games over and over again and decline other games for no reason. The painkiller Mummy Brown is named such because it originally ground up mummies and as pigment. Hold on. I need to pause the stream and look up this color. What's the hex code for it? It's gotta be nasty looking. Now I go this way. Are so highly in demand during the Victorian era that people started robbing graves. Stopped by a... It's hard to squeeze around piranhas. You can make it work, but right there, they had me both blocked in. Robbing graves, assaulting the Bobby's Creek. False mummies for sale? What the hell? Man, that is wild. You found the hex code? Here we go, Mummy Brown, everybody. There's the hex code. Doesn't look that bad. I like a beige kind of color. My mouth feels too sensitive. I didn't get a single health drop there. Okay, yeah, that's... I got blocked. Like, hard blocked right there. Nope. I keep forgetting it's not a explosive wall. I barely got through that. Alright. Let me get you up in chat. Episode of Futurama where the professor had a teriyaki flavor mummy history joke. So glad I added checkpoints for this release. There's one that's still... Thank you for the hydrate. I'll get that right now. There's one that's still weird, the Nile Gorge. Of course, I'm on a down-patched version, so it's not going to matter, but hopefully that was fixed later, where, like, if you hit the switches and then go up to the checkpoint, and you happen to die, those switches will be unpressed when it loads the save up, loads the checkpoint. And that's only an issue that we encounter in the speedrun, but it's a bit weird. Why are you so surprised that I found it and you can find virtually everything on the internet with the correct search terms? Marines also had mummy unwrapping parties, like today's unboxing videos, but ancient what the fuck? I mean, I like the Victorian era for the Gothic theme. We got Bloodborne and stuff like that. Oh, but wow, this is a side of the Victorian era I've not heard about. Oh, also steampunk is rad as hell. Yes, I'm using an 80s term. This is a side of that era that I would rather forget now. The 2 omen wasps. We got nothing good out of it. Come out of here. He's making my health bad. There's some ammo right there. Go ahead and get this. Maybe shoot him a few times. Yeah, that was not a very optimal fight.
You're fearless.
All right, you know what? Let me copy this hex code. I'm curious. I need to what this looks like. Okay, that looks pretty normal. I swear that's like a brown that I've probably used to color one of the barrels I've modeled in Blender. It didn't seem out of the ordinary. Right, we go back to the mines because we have the shawl now. That's like a color I'd use for wood. Doesn't seem... Did I go the wrong way? I'm using it because the paint didn't, the corpse paint delays, or decays. Whoa! Oh no. super jump. There we go. All right, I like the route that I took for Dull Souls the first time around. I fell on the wasp. I took fall damage because I fell on the wasp. Will the wasp take damage? No. Just like how they can't kill themselves off when they sting you, like a bee does. They only give you that act of kindness. Where, man? Wasps. Ow. Evil belly button piercings were considered super manly and sexy. Huh. Yay! Okay, yeah, that was my fault, I fell. They also like them, what the hell was that going on about? Flamethrower fuel. Would launch myself up there, but my health is I hate that one annoying thing about this game is the back here for just for safety. The ammo pickups only give you ammo for what you're currently have equipped. Like if you're out of bombs, you gotta switch to the bomb and then pick up the ammo. Look at that, it pushed me out. There. If I just kind of some that teen girl thing, gender standards always be shifting. I do like an outfit for my model as an exposed navel. I'll probably do a ring. Probably. Oh, I got hit in the face. That's fine though, because we did do that safety route. In fact, I think that'll be when I go back to Set Palace for that. It's probably more efficient to go then. Might be when I did that for the GDQ run. A map, which we will never need. Freaking piranha, man. Always blocks me. It kept my super jump though. As I cleared the water, I was eating me out of there. Really want to avoid taking damage here. Alright, pick up that. Good. Health is good. So yeah, Kaiser, this was the one I'm talking about. Like once I get this checkpoint here, it won't remember that I flipped those switches already. If I die. Don't block. Don't block. So annoying. See, and now it's right as I say it, of course, I'm gonna have to. Wait, what? Okay, it was just one of them. What? How much health do I have left? Oh, that would explain it. Down here. Gonna have to go down for this health. Gonna be another thing in the run I'm probably gonna have to do for safety. Normally, like the most optimal way to run to do this level is to not get that. You imagine how scary that can be. This way? Yeah. This is right. Oh, the flamethrower would go. Oath. Oath. That's how I've heard that name pronounced. Is Thoth. Not Thoth, but Thoth. I think those dudes can just blow themselves up, actually, without any input on my part, because they shoot those Cobra staff at you. There we go. Okay, and then we don't go to Canyons of Chaos. We go back there later. See, I'm remembering. We have the anklets. We can go here. Birds, man. All right, game. Play nice. Give me health. Touched the ground and it just took max damage there. It turned me around. Might want to go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that health pickup over, like, right. The fade out goes away. Pick that up right there. Good. Alright. According to Steam, I have not played this since, like, December last year, so... That. I'm very much out of practice. Ooh. Get jump scared by the Cobra staff because I was holding down the bomb to throw it as I picked up the weapon, so it didn't do its switch like it normally does. Yep. Okay, that was my fault. You have pretty good air control, but if you're not, like, managing when you're doing the glides, you can absolutely mess up a jump. There we go, that's how it's supposed to go. Already messed up an input. I'm supposed to hold space as I go down in here so that I could do that jump right there. It's a good thing we found super jumps because originally that's annoying. Originally this level was such a pain. Speedrun. Like it was a very this used to be a very long level. Like early on when I was routing this. Then we found super jumping and then that was like one of the shortest levels. I don't have enough health. I need to get a health drop from the spiders here. Should be enough. There we go. That's what we want. All these games can have spiders. It doesn't stop there. They had to include the scorpions too. There was I forget if it was the Saturn version or the PlayStation version that had spiders, and the other console had scorpions. And they for this remaster, they decided to add both in the game. Do they? That is bizarre. Also, this is really bad. I might be okay. The game wants to give me some health. I feel like that's a detail I heard before, but I've forgotten until now. Platypus glows in the dark in UV light? I mean, it would make sense with a scorpion because of the exoskeleton, but a fucking platypus? What? He blew himself up. Oh my god, you're the worst! Worst money. Money? Mummy. I have to switch, hit the switch again because the guy won't fucking get out of the way. Here we go. Is glow blue under UV. Scorpions, they glow what, like a pale green, right? I seem to recall that. Oh right, this is the boss fight. But speaking of scorpions, we're gonna fight a what people have come to call the titty scorpion. Selkies is I don't know what her deal is. There she is. Did I go into the wrong? I went into the wrong side. How are you still alive? Alright, we're gonna start this level over. I gotta remember the strat for this. Yeah, scorpions are like that glow-in-the-dark green under UV. Sometimes like teal, might depend on the type of scorpion or something. I don't know exactly. I imagine, what is it, like the Emperor Scorpion that's solid black? Imagine they probably don't show up as well. Yeah. Anything for me? They still glow. I gotta review what we do for that fight. Like that is the basically. I had the basic idea down, but that was not very efficient. Go bit pass. Mountain Shrine. Go back to the Mountain Shrine. Instead of doing that jump, we go this way. To the magma fields. Chance handling about its sometime and he told me it was good. Don't. Not how to do that part? I couldn't squeeze through there. That's where I need to go, but I have to approach it from the top, I guess. Ask Callie about it. It's camping in North Africa, don't recall, and he slipped away to take a piss. Well, the flashlight his buddy gave him was UV. He found a good piss and spot. He realized everything was glowing. That's when you find a new camping spot. That's a cue to find a new camping spot. Alright, this will destroy the bitrate. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just the moving texture. Why did it switch to that? Alright, whatever. Our health. Correct bitrate. That's how he learned about scorpions that are UV. Poor guy, just hanging with his dick. Or his peak, or... Wait a second. I think this is my favorite level. Yeah, this is my favorite level. Alright, let's try to... It's been a bit. Okay. Got to do this one efficiently. I'm gonna practice this one several times. This is the most fun level in the whole speed run. That's not how you do that? Okay. Yeah, it's gonna take a moment to come back to me. And I hit the... I bonked my head on the ceiling. Like, there's one specific room that makes this level so much fun. God, that's terrifying. Yeah, there's 3 mag mantis in there. Whatever the plural is for that. Good thing we just hit a checkpoint. Keep bonking my head, man. Yeah. There's like a whole bunch of bomb jumps, like back-to-back, consecutive bomb jumps that make it really fun, but been like a year since I last ran this or so. That's incredibly bad RNG for them to both be right there in my face. Have the health pick up there. That'll work. That keep happening. Bonking something there. Alright. Practice again. If anyone ever asks, what is Paraslavic Zoom speedrunning like? Just show them this level. Show them this level and they'll understand everything they need to know. Like, this is the quintessential bomb jumping level right here. There we go. That was much better. Boomer shooter grunting sounds. Oh yeah, we can just fucking fly now. No more gliding. We just fly.
The gods are...
And that is when we go back to Canyons of Chaos, because we can fly now. Oh, there's the key. I overshot it. Looking around, I was like, excuse me? Is there another Ankh? I forget. I'm trying to remember if there was another Ankh somewhere. Hard for the good ending. Not yet, Scuddy. I bought it, but I haven't played it yet because I need to practice for this since it's like a week away. And I've got 3 games to run. Well, Turok 3 I don't really need to practice because it's Turok 3 and easy. You been enjoying it? Yeah, the playtest was really fun. If I get some people interested, I'd like to host like maybe once a month or so, host some multiplayer matches. There we go. Okay, we're good now. Ow, the mag mantis hit me. You need a lot of health for the next level. Golden Eye at home, affectionate, and I would love to do multi. Yeah, a few months ago I did a stream with that, and I think I went for like 6 hours or something. The whole bunch of us playing. I went the wrong way. Is this before or after I got the key? It's after I got the key. Okay, let me reload again. Go. Second, this isn't it. Is it? It is. What I'm thinking. Every single time. Okay, going up on the end here. There's just 2 levels left. There's an efficient way to do this with a bunch of bomb jumping, but we also take a lot of damage. I don't want to go that way. Come on, man. Fucking wasp. Every single time, man. Hello, Gelwin. No, I have to hope that I get good orange and white. I said 2 levels left. There was 3. Need that without touching that floor. Start over. Up for that. Been all right. Just working on other hobbies and stuff. Don't think we get a health upgrade here. Gotta be really careful going through here. That's not enough health to make it through. It's not enough health. I've been getting back into 3D modeling, like PlayStation style 3D modeling. It's actually extremely good RNG that I got the weapon power up. Oh, wow. Wow. Like the new Quake chapter? Yeah, it was alright. It was poorly optimized, so I got a lot of frame drops. Huh. Not a very efficient way to do this fight. This music is like completely unlike anything else in this game. It's the only track that's like this. Okay. That's the end of the run there. Poorly optimizing Quake, one of the most optimized games.
Finally, my soul will rest.
It's... I don't think the maps were made by Night Dive.
Around you.
And so, like... They made those maps way too big for Kex Engine. Okay, it's been almost coming up on 2 hours. I need to take a short break here. I need to... I'm gonna run some ads and get up and use the restroom and stretch and all that. To get back into it and do another run. Like I said, this game... The speedrun's not that hard, it's just very unforgiving. Thank you for the hydrate. So, yeah, I'm gonna be working on this pretty much all day today, or for the whole stream, I mean. And then at some point, probably next week, I'm gonna like practice all the games back to back, so all 3 games back to back, and I'm gonna do them in order that I'm doing the run. So like, Ion Fury's up first, then Turok 3, then this. I'm glad we have an easy game in the middle, so I can give myself a break. But yeah, I will be right back after the ad break, so stick around. Appreciate you all being here. Welcome back from the ad break, everyone. $30. My other save, before I wrote over this at 32, so I actually did that faster. What? Ideally, though, you want to be in like a 20 range. Like, I think my record is a 26 or something. I think these are like, these must be safety saves or practice saves or something. I made these years ago. I don't remember what they're for. All right. Version is this? Well, this is the Night Dive remaster, which combines elements of the Sega Saturn and the PlayStation version. And the original PC version was on build, and it plays just like a generic shooter. It doesn't play like a Metroidvania at all. It's Duke Nukem with a Egyptian paint job, essentially. Is that a health or ammo pickup right there? See what they did to the pyramids recently? No, I have not. I know what the pyramids originally are. That's a whole can of worms, but they're not tombs for the pharaohs. They're something completely different. Restoration, they just kind of stack rocks on top of crumbling sides. Man, we don't even have the technology today to engineer the level of sophistication that the pyramids were made with. Like, you can't even stick a credit card between the bricks of a pyramid. Bird, man. You think that we're just gonna stack some stones and it'll fix it? Hell no. Oh wow, I can't even pronounce the word. Agriculture purposes? Not quite. We're getting into like
You have found
conspiracy theory territory, and I'm not gonna get into that, but you see the little pyramid there. In game here, it has a diamond at the peak, which those don't none of the pyramids have those anymore. They were all removed. Actually, I think they were made of solid gold. Not diamond. Yeah, they didn't originally build them. Oh, I went too far. Went too far. Yeah, far older than what people claim. For a completely different purpose than what's everyone's been made to believe. You sent me some pictures. All right, I'll check that out whenever I can. Technology involved that we do not understand. Yeah, like how they got them all there to begin with. the burst did not hit them all. Oh, I touched the corner and it paused. It stopped me. Taking more damage than I should. Granite Egyptian vases and look at Jeffrey Drum on this theories about the pyramid's purpose. The one I'm going off of, there was a Y-Files episode of it. Watches Y-Files. Imagine some of you probably do, because that's one of the biggest channels on YouTube. It's got like millions of subscribers. Dodge. Gonna get through this next part. No worries. That didn't hit me. I thought it was coming right for me. Easy dodge. What was that? I'm having trouble getting out of the water. I always forget, is it straight ahead? Yeah, it is straight ahead. I keep wanting to turn around. Spawning nothing but freaking wasps. Every one of those containers had wasps. I'm gonna restart the level because I've used up all my M60 ammo. Really awful RNG. Wasps is a fern. Yeah, this is just. Like you're trying to call attention to a cat, you're trying to get a cat's attention. Yep. Beep. Boop. Waspes. What is the strat here? What was the strat here? I mean, I have the right idea. We lure him into the fireball spitter. Wah? I don't do baby sounds. I'm a man. Okay? Alright. Play nice. Come in, get into the fireball launcher. What could she do with those tentacles on her back? Welcome back. Welcome back, makers. I was just about to ask. Just asking, saying about his ex. A lot.
Your fearlessness.
Weird Slender Man. And I'm trying to make it catch on. Very close to death. Goon scrolling. That's a good one. That's... If that's not gonna catch on, it should. Hold up, is there an onk back? There's an onk back there I wasn't getting. That changes everything, man. Okay, what? I have to catch up on chat. Like, doom scrolling just horny instead of nihilistic? I was doing the run extra hard. I was on extra hard mode trying to do this because I didn't pick up all the health upgrades. Listen to me, earlier I was like, I gotta find an extra onk to route in. It was already there. I just didn't open up the wall I was supposed to. I completely forgot. I did these levels, the hardest levels, without upgraded health. I'm just that good. Razor's skill issue, yeah, no kidding. There's one of the guys who did QA for this. You'll see him in the credits as Leo Mikola. He did a challenge run where he played this on Pharaoh difficulty without getting upgrades. That's something. Away! Wasps. Freaking wasps. I was looking at his buddy. Who did this? better off we are now that we had that one health upgrade that I was missing. I completely missed. But it made this level a hell of a lot easier. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, that was my fault. I'm gonna boost myself up to the top, actually. Ooh. Take that. Ow. That for later. Bombs. Oh god. Go from an M60 to a minigun. Worst. Yeah, let's do that over. I've taken too much damage. Have that. I don't have the power up anymore. It doesn't remember. And why it no remember? Go. That's how we do it. We wait until afterwards to pick that up. So that we can use the blast to knock us out. Go to the path we need to go. Headed backwards. We're almost full health. And there was no reason for me to pick up any safety stuff. Oh no. Right, that's fine. Good. Hey. Alright. Hope you get the feeling better, Scotty. Thank you for being here. Why aren't you getting the height? Okay, clearly I'm doing the input wrong.
You're great.
Scotty doesn't know. Huh? Oh, that song. Good for reasons. I mean, it's my name. Okay, not the Canyons of Chaos. Yeah, I mean, it's a one-syllable word. It's not gonna dox me or anything. One-syllable name. But I had a dude, so my first job, I was working at a grocery store. This guy there, he would sing that, and we just so happened to be at in the back part of the store where they kept the helium tank for birthday balloons and stuff. He sings this song, and then he stops and he's like, "Wait, you know what's fun?" He turns around. I swear, he inhales some helium, turns back around and starts singing again in the really high voice. Like, dude, you're gonna give yourself a headache with that. That still to this day. Guy was wild. Different reason. How am I not getting the height that I need there? There we go. Alright, I need to, like, stick to the corner or something there. That was a big 50. She scratched me. She scratched me in the middle of the ear. The Bastet is, she likes to turn you into her own personal scratching post. She's named after the Egyptian cat goddess. His actual name is in a famous song about dating someone, so people singing at me. Yeah, I can see how that would get annoying. Like, even though it's your partner's name, it's like, eventually it's like, okay, the novelty is kind of worn off. And we've been getting through here without hardly needing to take any safety straps. Now that I've remembered to get that health upgrade, I just happened to be in the cavern of peril, and like, wait a second, that wall blows up, doesn't it? Be like, yeah, that checks. Out of the water, please. Dessert slave camp. Why are they eating slaves for dessert? Yeah, I didn't have enough health. Spooters blocking me and bumping into wasps. Wasps. Maybe they're Victorian. There's a reference I wouldn't have understood until today. That didn't kill them? Crazy, man. Basset's tanky. What the hell? What does this do? Just burn faster? I feel like that's all the flamethrower does whenever you have the weapon power up. Just it burns faster. Idiot. Blew himself. Oh no. Ma'am, I need you to move, please. Oh, that's right. You lose the power up if you reload the checkpoint. Wait. Thank you. Oh, why did I go back for that? You get a full heal right there anyway. Did I possibly throw that early? It's hard to aim. As long as it blasts him back, that's fine. Just gets him out of my way. And if my lines are good, I should be able to just make it. There we go. I didn't have to boost myself up. Now the boss fight. Remember the strats here. I know we start with the bomb to open up a few things. Ow. How is she? Her AI is so annoying, man. I swear. Didn't even go the right way. What are we doing here? I don't even think they spawn health.
Strong resistance.
The Magmantis showed up. That's actually good. Look at that. None of them showed up. We didn't get bothered at all by the Magmantis. Too low. There we go. Alright. Again, there's nothing I can do about this destroying the bit rate. You have to live with it. Alright, favorite level right here. See if we can practice this a few times, see if we can get it down now. I'm running dangerously low on ammo. There's a pickup. Yeah, that's my fault. Get the exact where I'm supposed to jump. Oh, we don't get on that platform. We bomb jump up. I forgot. I knew that felt off. Bonk my head. Okay, we got picks-ups right there. Alright. It was a bit rough, we got through it.
The gods are
Or what? Excuse me? Okay. I am barely off of the ground right now. Hello, Sventus. Thank you for that hydrate and redeem. I'll get that. That explosion was really unfortunate. Fine though, I did this with one less health upgrade. Thank you for grabbing your daily gem. Okay, now I can drink. I swear that's the same Eagle Screech as Diane's soundboard one. Imagine it's on a open source or one of those I wish I knew the name of it. Like it was used. The hell? Why am I not getting the jump there? Where's the boost? Hello? But yeah, a lot of games from the 90s use this open source, like a free sound pack. So like you'll hear a lot of similar sounds in those games. Like for instance, a good example is like the game Age of Empires and Doom. The imp and the camels are like the same sound effect. Sound library, yeah, that's... The wasp blocked me. Hello? Where's... Need my jump. Oh, we made it through, though. We're doing really good on health. Freesound.org, but I'm certain that's not what you mean. Yeah, what I'm talking about is a CD that you could get that had a bunch of sounds that were free to use without having to give credit or anything. You know, back in the 90s when things were more lenient. You didn't have copyright strikes and claims over the smallest little stupid things that don't matter. I'm Darren Mitchell. I composed this song 30 years ago. Give me my royalties. You can't use this song. Or a similar case. A few days ago when I streamed Quake, I'm Trent Reznor. I composed the song for Quake. Give me royalties. You can't use this. We're claiming your video. flamethrower is not very good for that. Man, I used to be so good that I used to be good enough to get down to like 3 segments, and I'd finish it off with bombs like this. We're leaving a lot of segments behind. I'm going to tell you that the Wilhelm scream is believed to be recorded by the singer who did the song Flying Purple People Eater. I did not hear that.
Finally, my soul will.
Yeah, and that's the bad ending, if you can imagine that. Check these DMs. Oh, that looks horrible. What are you gonna call this a restoration project? Just leave it be. Oh, okay. I see. I see the song. So they can't actually prove it was him, but it's strongly speculated because they know he was in the studio working on screams for a movie that day. They can't prove that one specifically was him, but it's very, very likely. Crazy name. What, the game? Paraslave? Again, to remind everyone, this is not related to the Iron Maiden album by the same name. There's no correlation here. It's just coincidence. Or maybe the devs, the original devs, named it after it. I don't know. Okay. That was way better. We got below 30. So this game, I don't think I'll need to practice as much as I needed to practice Ion Fury. So I think I'll be good next week to do all 3 games back to back. But yeah, regarding the name, why it's called Power Slave Exhumed, it was based on whatever region in the world you were in. I think it was Power Region had Exhumed, and everywhere else it was called Power Slave. And Night Dive just combined the names to avoid confusion. Because they're essentially the same game. And as far as like console versions, like PlayStation and Sega Saturn, there's a few differences here and there, but it's mainly these little spiders and scorpions, like they were console exclusives, but this game has them both. That's it. That's your brief history of Power Slave. Oh, I guess I can go into more detail. The spider be floating, you see that? Power bottom exhumed. Okay, I have to go up here for that. There's this streamer I watch, Draku. He's got someone in his chat who's like consistently there, like tuning in like every day, and their username is like PowerBottom69. I'm dead serious. The unfortunate thing with that menuing is that we have to hit the escape button to get out of that.
You have found.
And just clicking mouse 1 to get through that is just like, you know, nothing's really unified here. I prefer just one button to skip through stuff, but it doesn't quite work that way. Here's the sleepy track again. Fall asleep to this track right here. Or could I? I don't know. I might have I might have dreams about spiders and scorpions and giant wasps and mummies and things like that. Balls. Careful with the balls. Just to fall asleep to heavy. There's a guy. He can't really tune in anymore because of his work schedule. But guy, a morpher, who was. He's credited for doing the music in the game Vomitorium. How's that for a game name? He used to fall asleep to dark ambience, like the Doom 64 soundtrack. There's some creepy ass sounds in that soundtrack. I don't know how anyone could fall asleep to that. Like heavy metal, I can might be difficult, but
You have succeeded.
dark ambience would just, I would wake up with a wet stain in my pants. Oh yeah, especially with like all that gibberish lyrics that they do. Could you blow up possibly? Thank you. Get that. Jonathan Davis was schizophrenic. Oh, okay, I see. Got asthma too. How do you do those vocals with asthma? That's crazy. Good for him for overcoming that and being a performer like that. I used to listen to them all the time. Of course, I grew up in the 90s, so of course I was into Korn. Around him. Oh, I did. What? There was like a sliver of health. I could have survived that. Come on now, man. Alright, well, that's annoying, but... When I saw them live, he kept an oxygen tank off the side and used between songs. Expected it to be a phaser. Yeah, my brother, a lot of the music I'm into now. Of course, I have my own taste, but I did get into a lot into the stuff he used to listen to as well. Like, he was really into like Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, and some more grunge rock like that. It's weird because the stuff that I listened to when I was a kid, that was a phase for me. Like, I don't listen to Korn anymore, but like the stuff he listened to, I still enjoy. Like, just for nostalgia's sake, I listened to some Pearl Jam the other day when I was driving around. Uh-oh. I was in the air, man. Gonna need some ammo for the next few levels, so I gotta switch back. This guy is so annoying. I forget what the strats were for him. There it goes. There's like no ammo left. Shoot him, probably? Well, ideally you want him to take damage from the fireballs. I've really missed a lot of that music. If I weren't for my older siblings, I think part of why my friends are older than me. Oh, okay, you know what? We can totally just use the M60 for most of the fight. It's just I need bombs to get through this level. I need one bomb for that wall, then a bomb here, and then we get refills. Okay, so I just need 2 bombs. The bare minimum. Okay, so yeah, we can use... I can use all my M60 ammo in that case. There we go. Yeah, that jump is harder than it looks because you can very easily bonk your head. My visual cue for that is wait until that light portion of the wall texture. Pass that up, and then that's when I toss it. That's my cue. I find I'm way better with visual cues than like timing, and than audio cues. At least when it comes to speedrunning, anyway. Oh crap. Dude. Okay, that's a restart checkpoint because that'll kill me. Dropping into that acid will kill me. Are they infighting in there? Mummies were fighting one another. Ow. That was good. I could actually do the bomb jump right here at the start. That works. Oops, threw that way too soon. Bad, but I think we'll be all right. My mouse sensitivity is definitely a bit too high. I don't know. Let's see, is that an option? Yeah, there we go.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
It's too low. I made it too low. See, my aim is like all way, it's way off. What does it come on now, dog, for? Because I wasn't being prepared like I should be. Dude, they eat my jump every time. I've gotta take out the birds or something beforehand. Consistently a problem. Alright, that was a bit awkward, but I made it. No! I was facing the wrong way. I touched the lasers. I didn't slow fall. You have to hit... You have to jump and then release, then hold space to slow fall. Open. Oh no. Okay. Are you slowing your fall? There's an artifact we get. Some prayers. It's an artifact. The whole point of the game is to upgrade your drip. Because we get slippers, we get a shawl, we get a mask. So really, you're just... You're just picking up sick drip for the whole run. Oh, and of course the anklets we just picked up too. Tried to make the title. Thoughts and prayers? What yelled at you? Freaking wasp, man! Every single time it's a wasp. Stealing clothes. Nobody's wearing them though. Like, who are we stealing them from? Uh-oh. It worked out because that was the health upgrade anyway. They're drying. You dry a pair of anklets? What the fuck? Bruh. Don't you disappear. Worst. I'm hitting my head on that. Okay, so it's like the one in the mines, or not the mines, Caverns of Peril. You were saving that outfit for a fancy party. Who's gonna be having parties when aliens are invading? That party's on hold, so I'm just borrowing it, see? We give it up, we give them all up at the end. Once we save the world, they can have it back. Or even oddly enough, this game, I don't find this game that fun casually, but speedrun's really good. Oh, that was... I kind of broke my rule with this one. Like, usually I only learn to speedrun for a game I really like. But I ended up learning this run and I really liked it. I liked it more than just playing the game. So it's kind of an exception. I am playing it? What do you mean? I'm speed running it. I'm not playing it. Dude, that vase was full of explosives. See? It just trolled me. I took a whole bunch of damage. Because the game thought it would be funny. Nobody's laughing game. I'm not amused. Style. I went the wrong way. Yeah, I went the wrong way. Alright, we're doing okay. Doing okay. Line's right. I'll make it without having to launch myself up. Nope, we gotta launch ourselves. Okay, pause time. The old explosives in the vase. The old classic ancient Egyptian prank. I did too, makers. I stopped myself and it's like, no, he couldn't be saying that. Wow, nothing but oops all wasps. You're very funny, game. Come on, keep following. There she goes.
Strong resistance. No mag mantis.
Have one show up, but that one's never an issue. All right, bitrate destroyer. Nothing I can do about this. Threw the bomb too soon, or did I? No, that was the right spot. Wow. Loud. Coming to the bowling alley I used to work at once. That shit was very. Monks play bowling? Oh, damn it. I mean, to be fair... What? What am I hitting right there? Why is that jump so, like... hitting the ceiling? I think I'm hitting the ceiling somehow. Oh, come on. Jumps are not cooperating. You're not cooperating! There we go. That's what that room was perfect. Leading up to it was but that whole room was perfect. Okay, let me catch up with chat. It literally wouldn't speak to me because I'm female.
The gods are pleased that you have
I didn't want to hear the bowling.
artifacts.
Wear the bowling shoes because they meant to wear their proper sandals or whatever, but weren't.
To gain entry.
He just forces you into dialogue if you stay in the same spot. I didn't know it did that. I'm trying to read chat and then Ramsey's is like, "No, pay attention to me." Okay, what now? Oh, damn that beeping. I guess somebody dropped a ball and broke their toe. They also demanded we change all the TVs because we have music videos and such. They're too tempting or whatever because there's unmodest women in them. They shouldn't be in a bowling alley then. Like, clearly the place isn't for you. What kind of monks? The death monks from Rise of the Triad. I'm pretty sure you would at least get that reference. Mantis. Sure, this is the elderly wouldn't speak to me, but I can describe their garb. This is speaking of bowling. Bringing that up made me think of the there's a line in Deadlock. If you're laning together with Rem, if you're playing Graves and you're laning together with Rem, or vice versa, and they'll talk to one another, Rem is like, "Do you like bowling?" She's like, "What? You look like someone who likes bowling." It's kind of cool. Yeah, it is. Freaking love Rem. I'm happy to find out they're adding a PvE mode to Deadlock. So, if you didn't like me playing that game before because I was getting frustrated at fighting at PvP stuff, maybe you guys will like that. I'm totally going to be checking that out. There we go. One bomb. Perfect. Okay, let me catch up. Hang on. Let me scroll up here. Is dehumanizing as hell? Yeah, I can imagine. It's like how it's dehumanizing when people use autism as a pejorative. So I definitely get that. Literally refuse to look at or speak to me. Yeah. And I guess I'd say some sexist branch of Tibetan Buddhist monk, because generally they're allowed to speak to women, but these branches of it they can't, I think. They're just based on how they were dressed, though. I'm no monk expert. Monkspert? Yeah, and here's the thing. Guess who's working on the PvE mode? Do you guys like Risk of Rain 2? Because that's who's working on it. Dude, Deadlock is going to be like the next big thing, I swear. Dude, that was like perfect. I didn't get any stupid Langolier spawns. The reason why you run back like that is to avoid the boss spawning those things. Oh, Aos is excited. Yeah. Like the devs who worked on they were hired by Valve to work on the PvE mode. Or at least that's what the leaks say. And they're pretty trusted sources for the leaks. Deadlock is just like touching everything. It's a hero shooter MOBA hybrid, and now it's a roguelike.
Finally, my soul will rest.
That's incredible.
I can return to the
Like
realm
Valve knows what they're doing. Like the genre of games been Risk of Rain. Well, you might be thinking the first one. The first Risk of Rain was like a platformer. Risk of Rain 2 was a third-person shooter with heavy heavy. Oh, you play both. But that has me excited. And you could probably guess who I'm gonna main for that mode, because Graves is already like the queen of PvE mode, because her ult creates her own her own wave of minions, so like that already makes her perfect for a PvE mode. She essentially is a PvE character. It just happened to find herself in a PvP game. Queen of bad aim. She is, yeah. I wish they would change that. I wish her mouse one was more like bebops, just a beam. Gearbox and Hoppo are doing Deadlock PvE. I cannot allow myself to not be hyped about that. That's what the leaks are saying. And there's, in fact, damn, that music is so loud. Okay, let me just talk. Let me just turn that down just so I can talk for a bit. Yeah, if you can look into the game files right now and actually see that there is a PvE mode, like there's PvE game modes, but you can't currently access it. They're just, the files are there, like placeholders or something. But it is coming, and people are speculating it's going to be sometime shortly after this month, or maybe late in August. You stick to what you know, a lever action. So silver, you're a silver main. I don't know if I would stream the game though, because the last few times I tried to stream it, it didn't do so well. I guess probably because you guys don't want to hear me get mad, but I got way better at Deadlock. I got way better. Stream it better? I have 400 hours into the game. I'm a much better player at it now. I played one game and got yelled at main. Just ignore them. Press escape, click on the mouse, the microphone icon, and mute them. That's what I do. I had someone do that to me the other day. It was like, why would you use ult when they're half health? Shut up. Just shut up. I'll play how I want. Rookie numbers. Man, 400 is still a lot. That's more than what I've put into this game. I have like 100 hours in this game compared to that game. It's a female gamer. I just keep shit muted. You just mute everybody in general. Yeah. I did do that for a little while, and then when I started to get a little bit more competitive, I turned it back on so I can hear what people were saying. Aren't people telling... Oh my god. That... You know... That joke is as old as voice communications is. It's just overdone. It was the entire team literally saying this game has been out a week. How do you not know how to play? If I want a toxic... If I want toxic, I got games where I can shit on people who say that. I'm actually going to turn it back down. Wow, we've already been live 3 hours. I didn't take another ad break. Maybe we'll sit here for a bit and chat. And then I'll do another ad break, and I'll do like one more run for the day. Yeah. If you want it done right, just do it yourself. Like me with hamburgers, nobody gets them right, but when I grill them up the way I like it, there's like no other way I want to have a hamburger. Seriously though, I've had a good friend of mine come over and have one of my burgers, and he was like, he took one bite, and he's like, "This is the best burger I've ever had." Extra iconic because you can't cook for shit. Didn't you say you? I swear, it might have been you or somebody else that you. What's the saying? Like, you could burn water if you could? Yeah. Kaiser here. Kaiser here. We ought to go visit Kaiser for some of his cookies. His macadamia nut cookies. You're a baker, not a cook. So, no, yeah, baking's that's different. Get a job, you broke ass bitch. It's like exactly how that line goes in Deus Ex. Why don't you get a job? Hang on, I get a few more pings here in Discord. Oh, okay, this might be important. Let me read this. Event in the afternoon of the 29th of all people we know. Hang on, let me check my calendar. Okay. Just responding to a DM. We got a group message going on. We're planning a collab stream for next month and responding to that. The Baker's Maker's Mantle? You could just leave it at the Baker's Mantle. Too much wiggle room, and then I panic and fuck everything up. But hey, if you learn cooking though, consider yourself an alchemist, because they're very much adjacent. Same principles apply. 1 ounce of humidity in your kitchen and it's all over. Yeah. There's some stuff. I think it's called divinity, like one dessert called divinity, where the weather needs to be perfect. Otherwise, it's not going to come out right. Like my mom used to make that stuff around Christmas. She would make it and leave it out in the garage, because the garage, of course, was colder than inside the house. I'd have to say something like, well, you should go and buy groceries with the 49 cents in your bank account because the pantry is empty. Hey, who's going to buy anything with 49 cents? Have you seen these grocery prices? Ain't nobody getting anything with 49 cents. Oh man, no wonder I'm hungry. It's 2 o'clock. Okay. Alright, folks. I'm going to run an ad break and then we'll do one more run for the day, and then I've really got to get something to eat. I'm feeling hungry. Like a sandwich. I might just do that, San. We have some good deli meat. Alright. Again, use this time to get up and stretch, rehydrate, whatever else you need, and I will be back for another run. So, hang tight. Welcome back from the ad break, everyone. Okay, I'm gonna do one more run. Man, I was concerned about managing my health in this game, but yeah, the problem was just that one upgrade that I happened to miss the first time through. All right, here we go. And work on commentary, I guess. So yeah, Power Slave Exhumed, or at least Power Slave, came out in 1996 under 2 different names depending on what region of the world you were in. I believe it's Power Region, it was known as Exhumed, whereas everywhere else it was Power Slave, which, despite having a similar name, has nothing to do with the album by Iron Maiden of the same name. So, right here we're about to meet with the spirit of Ramses. So, the story of this game is aliens have invaded Egypt, and they've stolen Ramses' mummy from its resting place, and they're using it to power their technology. And so we've got to go through and collect a bunch of artifacts so that we can confront the aliens and defeat them and rescue Ramses. Okay, that's unfortunate. So we get blocked. There's a lot of, like, our hitbox is really wide, so it's easy to get blocked by something as small as a spider. There's our first health upgrade. There'll be several of these throughout the run because we do take a lot of self-damage on purpose for jumps and things like that. Alright, so Karnak Sanctuary this is going to be like first of 3 visits that we make. I'm sorry, first of 2 visits. So we grab those. The symbols are essentially just like keys. Then we'll make our way down here. This first level is where we pick up one of our artifacts. And just like any Metroidvania, this helps us progress. So the idea is you collect artifacts, you revisit levels to go to different paths you couldn't go to before. As you saw right there, that menu. This will increase our jumping. And Ramses basically just tells us exactly what I just explained. We found the sandals. So we come back to Karnak. Now we can get up these steps that we couldn't normally get up to before because they were too high. Like pass. That beeping you heard, that is to let you know that there is an item to collect for the good ending of the game, which going the wrong way. But we will not be getting that. There's 3 categories for this game. We're doing any percent. We just get the bad ending. There's a low percent where you do just meet enough criteria to get the good ending, and then there is a 100% where you get the good ending and collect all these hidden like dev icons or something. They're like dev portraits hidden throughout the game. Team dolls, thank you, Kaiser. Team dolls. Okay, so this is gonna have our first major skip. Already messed it up. Because we don't have access to the bombs yet, we have to rely on these barrels. That was a short hop. That was a lot of damage. That was too much damage. And we didn't get the jump either. Bad RNG. The explosion was delayed. I am too far away. I'm doing it wrong. There we go. Okay, so that was a super jump. Essentially what you do is you jump and hold space, and then using some kind of explosion, you will store the boost from explosions. You will store it for your next jump, so it'll apply that force that allows us to get up there. Of course, that's been patched out in the current version of the game, which is why we downpatch. Because without it, we will not get to finish this under 30 minutes like we do. Alright, now revisiting... I'm already going the wrong way. Excuse me. We have that mask that allows us to breathe underwater. That little hopping that I'm doing is like, I think the only spot in the entire game where it's useful. It's a little bit of a boost. Why is it not hitting them? Okay, that was weird. The machete wasn't even hitting the piranha. I'm trying to get him out of my way and it just, like, wasn't doing any damage. Okay, get him around this time. Yeah, the weird thing about there being piranhas in this game, they're not native to Africa, so I don't know why they're here in Egypt. Low on ammo, which is unfortunate. Give ammo. Getting all kinds of bad RNG, man. I'm just gonna restart the level. Just getting bad RNG everywhere. Again. Really need some ammo. See, RNG is fucking me over. Okay. We got through the part I needed to. The ammo refill. We come into another swimming section where we get to dodge some piranhas. But you have to take a wide line around them because our, as I said before, our hitbox is pretty wide. And dodging them can be pretty difficult. Alright, now here is where the speedrun really starts to pick up because we pick up our very important bomb weapon we can use for jumping. Also, this track is I find it very soothing. I could fall asleep to this track on like an 8-hour loop. Fortunate spawn right there. And there's our bomb. That's bad. Okay, yeah, I totally flubbed that jump. We gotta credit this voice actor for that scream. He really put his all into it. Okay. Of course, really good example of how useful this bomb jumping is. Come to this level and you can go straight for the exit here. Normally a lot you have to do to get around those lasers, but we can just bomb jump over them. Alright, and now for our first boss fight. Grab these refills. Once we use up our M60, we just swap to the bomb. Okay, good. That only took one. Now with the shawl collected, we can glide through the air and slow fall. So this time we backtrack back to the mines. And we go to a different route. Open that wall, get that those refills. Now for the Cavern of Peril. Cavern is where we pick up our flamethrower, which is a very strong weapon. We'll also be getting one of our health upgrades this time. We'll make sure we get all these wasps. Quite hit the bomb, or hit the wall that first time. That jump out of that area can be a little bit tricky because it can be very easy to bonk your head there. Alright, now here's for another super jump. Again, we hold down space and then toss a bomb down. It'll store the boost from the explosion. Make sure I fall down carefully here, because you can take full fall damage from landing on a wasp of all things. Well, it does absolutely nothing to the wasp itself, so when a Mario Goomba Stomp in this game, it's not gonna work. It's just gonna end up killing you. You just take the other route. Quite make it. A wasp blocking me. Okay. Our health is fine. I would prefer to have a little bit more. This just means we can't do... There's just one bomb jump that we can't do, but it's not essential, so instead I'll just ride the elevator up. Any health drops from that? The reason I'm clearing all that out is so that I can have somewhere to land whenever I come back here. Oh, I'm being blocked. That's why it's not letting me out. Okay, now for the scariest sections, probably in the entire speed run. If my health is too low. Yeah, I'm gonna drop back in here. I've taken too much damage. Safety heal right there. These are not in the way, or not getting out of the way. Okay, the worst of it's over with. We can pretty much just go straight to the exit. Yeah, this is, I'd rate this way up there as one of the hardest levels in the speedrun. Now we're going to collect another artifact to help us progress. This is also the level that introduces the Bastet enemy, which is named after the Egyptian cat goddess, and they are truly awful. They do a ton of damage to you if they get in your face. They're very fast. They like to teleport around. Okay, I'm being launched everywhere. They're not letting me down. They keep knocking me in the air. I'm gonna actually restart checkpoint because I took too much damage there. Okay, much better. Now we have a lot of health in reserve. That's good. Those guys always blow themselves up, so we don't have to worry about them. It's just the Bastet that comes out. I think they got blown up. Normally there's like 1 or 2 Bastets. Oh, it's not letting me get up there. Okay. Well, should be able to get through here just fine. Yeah. We'll be alright. There is a health pickup I can get. Alright. The marsh now? This level, if you don't have those anklets, this level is like absolutely awful. And there's a pretty old route where we came here first before getting the anklets. And I was like one of the I was, at least for this version anyway, one of the first people to start running this game, and yeah, it was not fun coming here first. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, this restart checkpoint, she's gonna be an issue. She's gonna be in my way. Okay. Now, one of the worst levels in the game, or at least casually, it's one of the worst because it's a water level and no one likes those. But thanks to super jumping, this has become like one of the shortest levels. Super jump out of the water. We skipped like, I think, 2/3 of the map. Probably even more than that. The guy blocked me. I'd probably say it's as much as like 75% of the map is skipped by doing that. Done right, you love water levels? You're one of the few. And can't exactly say there's not a very strong sentiment for water levels. That just comes from me being a thalassophobe. Dude, stretching up my back, catching up to me very quickly. Okay. Selkie's Path. Really much to say about this level, just some backtracking and dealing with more of these Bastet enemies. That's incredibly bad. Keep going, but I might have to restart level. Yeah, again. They get right in my way. Blocked me, and I ended up doing a lot of damage to myself. God, man. So absolutely frustrating to deal with them. If I don't get health, this is gonna be a quick one restart. Right, I was so locked in, forgot I'm supposed to be explaining this. Alright, so that was pretty good. That the bass had teleported away like instantly, so we didn't have to deal with her. Health refill right there. Grab a checkpoint, and if our lines are good, we should just glide all the way down to the exit. Okay, that's good. Hello, hello, Ari Funks. Welcome in. Okay, this is the second boss fight. You grab the refill right there. The idea is to kind of lure her away as we damage her. There we go. And with Selkie's down, we can pick up the Kilmot's Scepter, which will allow us to go through those green force fields. Oh yeah, the music in this is really good. Except it's kind of it's like a complete tonal shift when you get at the end of the final boss. It's like doesn't even sound like the rest of the game does. There we go. So this is the first level that introduces the Mag Mantis, which is on the cover of the game. They're, yeah, there we are right there. One of them actually showed up. If you're familiar with Doom, they're like cyber demons, except stationary. Getting blocked by everything. Okay, this is going to destroy the bitrate. There's nothing I can do about it. just the constant moving textures always affects stream quality. Hopefully we get some health. There we go. Okay. Now this is right. Horus Peak is my favorite level in the whole speed run. Oh, hang on. I say that. I say that and I mess up the first jump. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. That jump was a little scuffed because I bumped into something there. There we go. Made it to the final artifact of the game, which allows us to just fly.
The gods are pleased.
And with that final artifact, we can come back to the Canyons of Chaos. Oh, I didn't quite hit it in the right spot there. Okay, we get a boost from a mummy, thankfully. Which is actually preferred because they do less damage than blowing yourself up with an Ammon bomb does. Alright, just a health refill and then we can leave this level. We'll be at the final stretch in the game. Level of map knowledge. I speedrun this. I ran this for GDQ a few years ago. I have like not as many of hours in other games that I speedrun, but I have like at least 100 in this one. Which, I mean, that's not a lot compared to just my other games. Okay. I believe it was that level right there that has one of the worst puzzles in the entire game. It's either that previous level or it's this one. It has a lot of dodging lasers and stuff, and that's nobody's got time for that. Like even casually, it's just truly awful to try to get through there. Okay, I got blocked. They're really not letting me through here. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Because we have health pickup right here. Fire 2 was definitely a run killer. You should have seen earlier, I was hardly getting through this game. It took me almost an hour just to finish one run. I'm good and warmed up now. Three segments left. That's not bad. Ideally, you want to prevent those. Like, I don't know what else to call them aside from Langoliers, because it's what they look like. Run away from the Killmot Queen to prevent her from spawning those, but I got bumped a few times. And that's pretty much it. We just sprint to the end and collect Ramsey's mummy. Reunite his mummy with his spirit and save the day, at least for now, because
Finally,
he basically just tells us that we didn't contact our team, and like years later the aliens come back and destroy Earth, so that's the bad ending. But it's the fastest way to complete the game. Okay, well, that was gonna be my last run for the day. Live almost 4 hours. I'm getting pretty hungry here, so we're gonna raid out so I can go get something to eat. Oh, what are you playing? What is it? Incarna is playing Darktide. I don't think I've ever raided Incarna. He doesn't stream a whole lot, so I'm gonna send you over to Incarna. He's playing Warhammer 40k Darktide. Alright folks, that's it for me for the rest of the week. I'll have a schedule out Sunday. And then I'm gonna be practicing all my games back to back. So it'll be my mind completely went blank. The games that are posted there. Iron Fury, Turok 3, and then Power Slave back to back. And I'll need to work on my commentary, so I might not be as interactive with chat doing that, because I'm like really locking in and focusing on preparing for the marathon, because you know I got to explain the run and everything. All right, folks. Yeah, I'm starting to ramble, so I'm gonna raid on out. There is the raid message. Thank you for being here and hanging out, and I will see you all next time. All right, take care.
Nick, thank you very much for the raid.
Damn.
How was your stream? Hello, everybody. My name is Incarna. I am a former challenge runner.